I did not forget the mute button this time. Did you see that? I got it.
And you turned off your fan too, so
And I
I
turned
think
off my fan. So,
do a
hey, the
do a
audio sounds, yeah. How's the audio
golfers
sound? Good?
golf. Yeah, I think yeah.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So,
So far, I don't know. I mean, listen, when we listen to it back later, maybe because I don't know. Like,
maybe.
I have a weird thing with like watching myself sometimes, so it's like I don't always listen to stuff back. Like I watch the clips that you put up, but like I'm not like here like, ooh, I can't wait to see what I fucking said or whatever like that.
Guess
So
I'm a weirdo then because I love watching
no,
us.
but you're not doing it to. I mean, not critiquing, but like Monday morning
Yeah.
quarterback. Go see what I said, whatever. But it's like, but I guess when you watch it later, you'll find out if it was good or not.
Okay, okay. Well, hopefully the sound is good when the chat gets in here. They can let us know if it's doing good or anything. But for the first time ever, we are not just streaming to YouTube. We are also streaming to your Twitch channel. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty
Uh,
cool.
that's pretty cool. So you guys want to check out? It's on the Unit Logic. You want to check out his channel. You can also watch it through Twitch as well. So we are broadcasting there live as well. So I thank you guys for coming in on Sunday afternoon. We always do this every Sunday at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I believe that is 10 o'clock p.m. BST time. I have to say that because the other day I was looking at my analytics and I saw that I have followers internationally.
Yeah.
But weirdly enough, I'm going, wow, people in other countries like us. Okay, cool, whatever. So I have to put that 10 o'clock
I
BST.
I wonder if they could put on like subtitles or something like if YouTube
Mm.
actually if the algorithm like let's say like after the YouTube thing actually loads like if the YouTube algorithm like with captions and stuff like if it would actually work like caption. I wonder if
Oh,
it because of the way like Google like and all of that shit
that's
happens.
true. That's true. All right.
Be interesting.
Let's give quick shout outs to those that have come in early into our chat. Chat, say what's up so I can shout you guys out. But I do see
I say
some
potion. That's when I was asking for the SAP. I was
potion.
asking for the SAP button.
Oh, okay. Potion might need
Yes,
the SAP button, but let me put up.
no, I
Let,
need the SAP button because this Puerto Rican / Mexican doesn't know what the fuck that says. So,
this is what Potion put. Potion put, tengo los gatos en los pantalones donde está la biblioteca. That is
something
actually
about
a
pants.
a movie reference. I
Oh,
believe,
okay.
correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was Bad Boys. I believe so. I
Oh,
think so, but correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But that's what he put up there. So I think we're going to be working on SAP buttons for this, just for,
might have to.
yeah, might have to.
Just because I mean, look at the complexion. See, that's why I'm like that's why I get clowned because I'm like the fake Hispanic. That's what it is. No, it's actually what happens because it's like, wait, your last name's Torres, but you look like this, huh? I don't get it. It's like this says Sons of Anarchy, but the last name says deportation.
Too early,
So
man.
I
we
don't
just
know.
we
Confused.
just started the stream, man. This is way too early.
I don't know. I'm feeling good this week. It was a
I
good
see
week, so
that.
I don't know. I'm feeling good. I'm
All
feeling
right, all
froggy.
right. It must be that
Let's see.
E3 vibe. That E3 vibe.
I think
It's
that's what
coming. All
I'm a
right.
little more. I'm just a little more pepped up because we're like a week away. So I'm like, I'm just super amped right now.
No worries, no worries. I want to give a shout out to Shinsno Elite. I appreciate you. He's been other podcasts. He's been in
Bro, Elite's great. Elite's
Elite's
great.
awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
He goes into these podcasts and I see him always commenting. I'm like, man, this guy's awesome. So I want to give his flowers. Good shout out to Elite. Shinsno Elite. If you guys don't know, go ahead and follow him on Twitter World. Good follow. But let's see who else is out here. Anybody else in chat wanna get a shout out? If not, I'll just shout you out to the show when I see your name come up there.
Word.
Let's see. Of course. Let me put his comment up there. There it is. We usually start off the shows with, "Hey, what's up, guys?" No, I don't do that. I say, "Hey, Logic, how was your week?"
It was good. It was a good week. Got some gaming in again. Did a podcast. I cheated. I cheated on you. I did another podcast.
You, how
Don't feel bad. I
dare
mean,
you do
you
another
gave me
podcast?
you gave me permission to go outside of this relationship, so I figured I'd just
That
take
was that
advantage of
was
it. And,
my alter ego. That was not even me. That was that was
somebody else.
Sensei.
So was it?
That
It
was
wasn't you that
Sensei's.
said. It wasn't you that said that I should go and do it. And
That must have been Sensei's memories, not Sensei's
All right.
thoughts.
I
I
might
don't
have
know
to.
who.
I'm pulling up the fucking the Facebook messages right now as we speak. I'm gonna share the. You're not gonna let me share the screen. That's why. That's
Nope.
right. Come to my Twitter later if you want the receipts because it's full of shit. Anyways, yeah, did another podcast with Big V. Shout out Big V. That was a crazy podcast, 2 hours, and we literally talked about anything and everything: gaming, Xbox, PlayStation. It was a really constructive conversation with somebody. I guess I won't. It's hard to even say. I'm not even gonna be like, oh, he's on the other fence of it. It's like he's a gamer. I'm a gamer, and
That's it. Yeah.
and it all came from him, like kind of making a little jab at you on Twitter, and I came in and swooped in and said,
White Knight. Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then it was like, then we had a little back and forth, and then you get how and point. No, I'm sorry. I put my constructive criticism in Word format in 240 characters among multiple posts. And I politely explained to him why one system is better than the. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, so all of that happened, and then he was like, "Yo, come do like my gaming pod." And I was like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's continue. Let's have a conversation because I'm down to talk anytime I can. I like to, so I like to talk. So it's like, so that was really cool. It was really constructive. Definitely check out Big V. We actually have his links in the YouTube description, so definitely do that. Got some gaming in. Used that 2 terabit hard drive, external hard drive. I started installing the world on that shit, and I'm surprised to say too, real quick, little tangent, but games are running so good off of this hard drive to the point where I could even quick resume off of this external hard drive.
Wait. Quick resume off externals working?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Master Chief Collection, I'm playing Reach. I got out of it, was in something else, and then I go back in, and this is off the external.
Wait, I was under the impression that you couldn't. I know you could play off of it and take advantage of maybe whatever speed the external, like the RPMs.
Unless it said it in the top right corner. You know how like normally
it says quick resume. Yeah,
it said quick resume.
It said quick resume. Oh my! This is like groundbreaking for me. I bought the
Seagate, and it's just
I bought the 1 terabit Seagate that they marketed it, and I'm thinking I need this to take advantage of quick resume, boost, like all the art, the architecture stuff that they talked about. But you're telling me, wait, the external using that took the advantage of quick resume is SSD, or just regular?
Just 3.5 external hard drive, and then that's not even I got a 250 gig SSD that I haven't plugged in yet, but I will.
I did not know that. See, even Elite saying it. Quick resume works no matter where you play.
Not all games support it. That's the caveat. But like Halo, Halo,
first party,
right.
First party.
So I'm playing Halo Reach. I'm getting achievements, and then it was one of those things. I'm in the part. I played Halo Reach before. I played Halo Reach on PC and stuff. And then I'm playing it through, but I'm getting these achievements because I guess I didn't play it on Xbox, so it wasn't counted or whatever. And I'm getting these achievements, and then I was in the middle of a conversation with, I think, Money and maybe Reborn. And next thing you know, like in the middle of the conversation, achievement, and I was like, "Ooh, achievement!" Like I had that moment, and I was like, because it was unexpected. I didn't know that I did something in the game, and I basically unlocked the achievement. And that's another thing too. It's like I'm getting in that feeling again of like I like actually unlocking achievements. It's like
because I was a party with you the other day, and it was like we talking some. I don't know what we were talking. It was you, me, Money. I believe Reborn. No, it was just me, you, and Money at the time.
I think you were in the party too.
And we were having just a conversation about. I believe it was BioMutant or whatever it was. Just having a conversation about where we could locate some stuff between I think me and Money. And all of a sudden, we hear on the mic achievement. He in unison, me and Money was like, he's back. So it was one of those things where those achievements can get you, man. It's one of those things where it's like, and especially when they're, I don't know if you've experienced a rare achievement sound yet. When it's a rare achievement,
that one I love. I love that diamond one. That's the one that came up when I was like, ooh, and then it's like the diamond one.
When that pops, oh man, it's a different story.
Me not realizing that Bucky was in Reach the first time you actually.
You said that too. Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
It was like, you know how many times I fucking played that game? I had no clue. All right. So, but that was my week.
So I went actually when Big V dropped that episode. I was telling you this. I was anxiously like waiting for him to drop it because he said he was gonna do it on Friday. You guys recorded it on a Wednesday, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "I'll do it on a Friday. I'll drop it on a Friday." And I'm feverishly like refreshing his page on YouTube, going, "Oh, when is this gonna happen?" I hit him on a DM like I was some weirdo, and I'm like, "Hey man, Big V, when you drop that video, let me know, man. Like I'm foaming at the mouth here." He starts laughing. He goes, "I'm trying to get it uploaded as fast as I can." So when it finally dropped,
it's a 2-hour video.
It's a 2-hour video. Yeah, I didn't realize. See, he didn't tell me that. I didn't realize that. That's what it made sense.
It didn't feel like 2 hours when we were talking. I tell you that much.
No.
At the time, I was like,
that's exactly what I was getting to when he dropped it. He didn't tell me. He didn't like screen it. He didn't say, "Oh, it's gonna be none of that." So I finally see that it dropped. He told me, "Hey, Sensei, it's up. You want to go ahead and share it?" So before I even shared it, I started watching just the first 10-15 minutes of it, and I said, "Pause. This is gonna get shared." I shared it everywhere, and then I unpaused it. I cleaned my house. I washed some dishes. I I'm gonna say this. I took a shower while listening to the podcast. Did my lawn. I put my ears on. Did my
Do I
lawn.
do
I'm
I
a blow,
ask?
no, my bipro, no, just blow plastic. Just
The Bluetooth, right? I mean, there's
this.
an easy way that you could fix that. Just Bluetooth.
Yeah, we're gonna blow past that.
You
So
listen. No, you
I
listen to
did
me.
the
No, time
lawn.
the
And,
right
okay,
here.
all right,
No,
all right.
you listened to me while you were in the shower.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
You
right.
have a nice voice in the shower, but the acoustics
I
is. Anyways,
see.
we're gonna get.
You
We
fucked up. No, no, no. See, you fucked up. I know I was reaching a little bit, but you fucked up right there. Just remember that. When you listen to this back, just know you dove.
this
I
would
might have.
be
I
edited.
brought you. No, I brought no bullshit because it's live.
This would
Because
be good.
it's live
I
right
only
now.
have 5 people watching.
I
3 of
brought
those are us.
I brought you to the cliff. You jumped. Just remember that.
All right. Okay. Okay. So blowing past that, now I'm doing my lawn, and I'm
So
listening.
you went full Puerto Rican the other day,
I
basically.
went full Puerto Rican. I had the salsa
Okay.
playing and everything in the house. I had the earbuds on for the podcast. I was doing all that.
Instead of
But
Jerry Rivera, it was just me though.
it was just it was
It was
just you
me and Big V.
all day for
Okay.
2 hours at least. But the
What's up, Sense?
energy, man, the energy on that conversation you guys are having. If you guys haven't checked it out, please. Since Gaming, what up, baby? Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. But the energy that you guys had on that podcast, man, I didn't even realize it was 2 hours. Like it was just like
Yeah.
boom, 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 talking about like the passion of the game. And yes, beforehand, it was one of those things where I thought he leaned towards the Sony side. He prefers the Sony side, yes.
Yeah.
But he is willing to have conversations with someone like us, so people like us who are Xbox fanatics, or not. I want to say fanatics, fans.
We're fans.
And we're
Oh,
fans
no,
of
every
Xbox,
fan has a little bit of fanaticism in them.
right?
That's the
So
root word.
that he invited you over
Yeah.
into his world and to have that conversation. Much respect to Big V for that.
Yeah.
Much respect. Anybody else would have shut it down. You already know how that works on Twitter world. Console
Yeah.
wars is console wars. Much respect to him for inviting you over. But that conversation was very natural. I loved it. It was organic. It was a conversation that should be had with many other gamers. Like the way you guys were just talking about what's missing, what should be missing, and the point of view we have when it comes to the PlayStation side.
Yeah.
Again, and I say this many times before, we don't hate PlayStation. We just want them. We demand better. We want them to do better.
I want the fans of PlayStation.
I want those who have
to
PlayStations
want more out of the company
You
that
should
they
demand
support.
more, yeah.
That they want to throw their body on the fucking sword for. That's cool. Be that person. That's perfectly fine. But do it for the right reasons. Don't
do it for the right reasons. Correct.
Don't do it for the status quo. Don't do it for
no.
the
At the end of the day,
don't do it for the status quo.
At the end of the day, on Twitter, when I see the console war happening, I try to like what you do. I try to go in there and make some sense of it.
Yeah.
But to some people, just can't. That's their persona. That's what they want to be. So I let it be. But enjoyed the conversation. Big V, it's Games and Strains is his channel's name. I do have that link up. So you went on that. I had an eventful week as well. You want to hear about it? I don't know if you want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. All right.
I mean, we got the time right. I'm not.
Yeah. So some of you may know. Some of you may follow other podcasters. I was on Wednesday. I was on the 100s channel. If you guys don't know who he is, also link in the bio and description on this video, on this live feed. But I went on his on Wednesday. We've been talking for a while for me to meet up with him and get on his podcast. It finally happened on Wednesday. So we had a great conversation about Xbox. And then I moved on yesterday. Yesterday I had a very eventful day. I was not able to game yesterday at all. Well, I did some gaming with you guys, but yesterday I ended up doing 2 different podcasts. One is The Legal, and the other one is, this is beautiful, The Gina. I did both of those back to back. Those links are also in the bio. With the 100, we went in there and we just talked games, man. We talked Xbox and why we should be excited about Xbox. Why we shouldn't worry about E3. That conversation took place in his channel, so that was a beautiful conversation. And then I went over to the Gina. He's also I linked his bio, his YouTube channel as well. And the Gina, we basically had what we all do. We basically gamed while we asked questions. And this time he was asking me questions to get to know me more. It's called Know Your Creator. Great idea. He just dropped it about an hour ago too, and I was watching and going, this is wow. Like the questions he had were very good questions.
They didn't seem cookie cutter.
They didn't seem cookie cutter. They were not. They weren't.
It was definitely more natural. Like it definitely didn't give a vibe like it was like prepared. Definitely gave like more of like a just in a natural conversation. Like
and if you hear it, you can see that it wasn't. You can tell it wasn't screened. It was one of those things where he asked on the actual recording. So, but the questions varied. It went from anywhere from gaming questions to personal life questions. So if you guys want to know me a little bit more and what I do, outside of gaming, check that out. I have the link in the bio. The channel's called the Gina. Check that out. I have it in the bio. But that's what I did yesterday.
We were a little podcast horse this week.
We were a little podcast horse. We did jump around. But this is one of those things that we do. We love gaming. We love talking about games. So we just jump on anything. Anybody that wants to hear his voice, our voices, we just, hey, we're there. We're gonna talk about it. That's only gonna get bigger. But that was our week. That was the longest freaking intro ever. But
we covered a lot.
We covered a lot on that one. All right, that's the show, guys. You have a great day.
See you next week.
See you next week. No, I'm playing. We
Look, even the dog is done.
Even the dog says I'm done. Look,
Dog's done.
My son is over here snoring, so I think he's done too. So,
but
look,
no, you're on board, tired. See, right, Steve?
Right there.
It's bored. You're bored. Yeah.
Yeah, Potion, great idea. By the way, Potion, I commented on one of your posts, man, and it almost came off as I was trying to defend you, but I wasn't. It was just one of those things. Like it has to be said that sometimes we read some things on Twitter and we assume it's console war and it's not. Please get to know who when you're commenting on somebody's account, find out who they are first before you go on to this rampage of console war. I'm tired of it. Like, please find out who they are before you say things like that.
You see JP on Twitter, right?
Yes.
I don't want to just shout out names. If you thought I came to your fucking support, you want to talk about somebody white knighting? Yo, JP was out here. JP was out here in the comments, like with the whole thing with Big V, that whole conversation. Like, I went to bed and I woke up and the mentions were just, I'm like, what the fuck happened? I made like 3 comments and it was just 19. I'm like, what? Thank God I didn't get woken up from it. And he was just going ham. And I was like, I felt bad. I was like, word. But that was pretty funny. And shout out to JP because we definitely love the support. But be respectful if you can. There's no need. Like, it's okay to disagree with people. People can have disagreements with each other, especially when it comes to video games, especially when it comes to what your console of fucking preference is, where you play those games. You can have disagreements. Okay, you could do that. But there's also a way to be, especially because I think a lot of us are adults here. I think our crowd, our group of people, like our age group, like, us personally too, like we're older, but the people that listen to us too, they're definitely, I mean, I don't think like little kids will listen to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think like you should have the maturity level to be able to hold a conversation. Like,
put your feelings away at this point. Yeah. But remember that this is a free app we're on. It's just one of those things we just sharing our views and opinions. None of it is factual when we start talking about what our preferences are. But we have to also respect when somebody.
It's all subjective at that point.
It's all subjective, It's one of those things. But I could say this, that when I put up a post for a positive Xbox post and you come at me, then I'm gonna come right back at you, or I'll just retweet you and just put one of those what's his name, DJ Khaled kind of a GIF where it's like another one. I just do that because at the end of the day, it's just fun and games to me. I'm literally on my hammock on the backyard of my dogs, looking at these comments. I'm laughing, going, if only they knew I'm sipping on a Corona right now while I'm on a hammock. So it's like one of those things like, it doesn't phase me. I've come from the 80s. I come from that gaming world. I come from the actual party chat in MW1 and MW2.
You have tough skin. You've been through the crazy, like, you want to talk about gamer chats? Xbox Live between 2005 and 2000 and like now, basically, because it's still fucking toxic as shit. But back to when I really remembered Xbox Live chats or game chats and stuff, like, I got to be hard pressed to keep game chat on. There's so many games that I'll play that if I'm not in Discord or in a fucking party chat or something like that, I'm muting everybody. I'm sorry, because unfortunately people just don't contribute to the gaming experience anymore.
Yeah.
Like, to me personally, it's like, I mean, it's like I try to give people a chance, but the second, like, it doesn't take long. I hear it in the fucking pregame lobby. And the second I'm hearing it, I'm like, nah, that's mute. It's like, the second I hear, if it's music playing, if it's anything fucking, I'm like, call me old, call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. I'm not standing for it because I'm just trying to game and I'm trying to win.
I'm not falling for that shit again. I'm not calling you on no more. The last time I did that shit, you called me out, and I had to make a clip out of that shit.
I wasn't trying to bait you. I'm just saying. I mean, if you're just stating facts. If I'm old, you're fucking ancient. But whatever.
Oh, what an asshole! Time out. before you get in on that, I want to give shout outs for those who just joined us. 100. That's what I was just talking about.
Yeah,
My
man.
man, 100 Intermediate Gaming in the chats. I appreciate your support, bro. Check him out. Again, I was on his show Wednesday. He has a great podcast on Saturdays. He came on late last night. I was able to jump on there, and it's just there. It's just you want to talk about party chats and how we used to do it. Go on this man's channel, and that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get that kind of content, party chat content, the stuff that we are used to in our party chats, within our world. So pretty cool. I'll follow him. And also jumping on there is my boy Matt. I put up his. Let me put it up again. Right here. Boom. My boy Matt. He's here. He's another supporter of this channel. I appreciate you. If you guys are here, please share us out so that we can go ahead and keep growing. I appreciate your support. I don't ask for any kind of money unless you want to give it to me. I don't ask for any kind of money at all. That's not what we do here. That's a weird pause. But I do ask for the support as far as sharing goes. So that's one of those things that you guys want to do. Please feel free.
I'll ask for the money later. Just let's get the.
Yeah, when we become the big old YouTubers with the guitar, kumbaya singing
we'll
thing.
Sell out, and then with Twitch streams, and when they're like, "Oh, 5 gifted because I just died." Like, yeah,
right. Like that's what I. Yeah.
Ask me a year from now when we actually have a couple of thousand people. And
correct.
Stuff. But like, you know what I mean. But for now, it's like, nah, just like, follow, subscribe, all the nonsense.
We have Liverix also in our chat. He's another one of our followers that comes in here and supports us too. I appreciate you. He says YOLO. I believe that means in the gaming world, one life to live. I mean, I got that wrong, but okay.
You only live once. You only live once.
Look who's here. Look who's here. You want to shout him out?
What up, Turpin? What up, bro?
There you go. All you get is that, Turpin. You don't get a big one. You get what up, Turpin. That's what you get.
What up? What up, T-Man? What up, T-Man?
So let's talk about what we're here for, right? Chat, if you are excited about what's coming up next week, let us know in the chat. Next week is a huge week. It is the Super Bowl of Super Bowls when it comes to video gaming. If you're an Xbox fan, and it's bonus because they're going to be there. So let me go ahead and do something like this. All right, let me share that real quick. What did I just do? I see I messed up. See? Boom. There we go.
There we go.
So next week is the big show. I got some video up there. It's gonna be the history of.
And it starts. I mean, we're in. So it starts this week. It starts throughout the week, but yes. But next weekend is. Yeah, it's the Super Bowl of gaming.
It's the Super Bowl of gaming. If you don't know about E3, then you haven't been gaming long enough, or don't care about gaming. Period. Because E3 is literally as like football and baseball, and hockey and other major sports in the world. FIFA, it's the pinnacle, right? It's the show of all shows that tells you what you have coming, what you're gonna have, or what you have currently, what you're gonna have coming, and what's in the pipeline. Every single time this comes around, I was so bummed out last year when they canceled it, obviously for the reasons they had to cancel it for. But I was so bummed out because just like this video shows, E3 has been in our blood, in our DNA for quite some time. E3 was one of those, we remember when nobody was invited to this stuff, just media. Just media was able to go to these things. And now recently they've opened it up to, like a few years ago, they opened it up to the public so the public can go. Once they opened that up, I made it a goal to get to this E3. One of these years go to E3, and every single year something always came up. I was able to finally book something to go 2 years ago, and last year, and they canceled it. It's just terrible timing. But I was supposed to go to E3 last year and enjoy it and meet some of the people in the industry that usually go there, podcasters that go there every year. But let's talk about it, man. What do you guys want to see? What are you guys excited about? What do you want Microsoft to do on the stage when they present that? Logic, what do you want to see?
I mean, I've been talking about it for the last 4 fucking weeks, but
Whatever,
it's simple. I mean, I need them to start with some Halo. I think this is the redemption arc. I mean, they're on the redemption arc. I mean, if Halo was the flop for them last year or the year before, I forget when. Honestly, my timeline is all.
It was actually when they showed it off and they said we're going to delay.
When they showed off Infinite and delayed.
That was July.
We're on the redemption arc now. So honestly, I really just need Halo. I need to see where it's at and what's going on, and just give me the date and tell me it's November, and then I'll shut the fuck up. It's probably I'm thinking November anyway. Just give me one of those dates right there, early November, or late October. I think they'll try to stay away from a Battlefield kind of thing, and even a Call of Duty. I really think that they're gonna want to try to do their own shit, honestly, and just be like, yo, this is our day, and that's it. And I think other games should stay the fuck away from them too if they know what's good for them. I don't care if it's party or not. You should. I mean, because it's Halo. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you saw last year. I don't care what you've seen for the last 3 fucking games. Say that Halo 5. I mean, Halo 5. I don't think was a shit game. People talk shit about Halo 4. It's not the same team. It's 343. Whatever you want to say about it. At the end of the day, just that game is the reason why we're having this podcast right now. For lack of a better term, I mean, more. I mean, you go back a little, but me personally, like that game started my journey on Xbox,
Yeah,
and this whole, you
it
know what I mean.
started a
So it's
lot of
like,
people's journey,
yeah.
But I
So
know with you, that's Halo's is personal to you. That's something that you like take hold near and dear. That when they
yeah,
canceled it, I'm sure it hit you at a different level because I'm in the minority here when it comes to Halo. What they showed off last July, I had no problem with.
yeah,
I literally had no problem with. But voicing that opinion is one of those. Are you kidding me? It looked like this and that. I had no problem with it. I didn't
yeah,
because I know that what they showed, all it needed was optimization and maybe some tweaks here and there. It didn't need a whole year delay. But because of the reaction that that they got, which warranty. So gamers expect next gen, whatever they want to look at. But now that we've seen 6 months, 7 months of what next gen quote unquote looks like on these systems, what do you think about what you saw back in July? Was it that really that bad? Especially when you got games that look like Returnal, and you got games like BioMutant. You got games
me,
like this. Like
you say me, oh, not me, me
no,
personally.
no, not you personally.
I thought it looked good too. Like I was like, wow, great, next gen. Especially like all the CG, like all the cuts. I mean, that whole hype trailer too, with the guy floating in space,
Oh
and like that whole
yes,
from a story perspective, and all of that. Like I'm hyped for all of it. I was sold at that whole thing. Like watching the video of like his wife and little girl, and then you see like him aging, and then
aging.
he
Yes,
goes from that, and then he gets the beard, and then the chief wakes up and the whole thing. And then if you were smart and you fucking paused the video, you got one of the codes, and that code gave you something. I don't know what it did, but I tried every one of
I
those
never
fucking
followed it.
codes
Yeah, I
for
never followed it. So I didn't.
hours, and I got dick. But whatever, I digress. But yeah, no, it's just I was hyped for it then. I'm hyped for it now. They already, they guaranteed it's gonna be there. It's there, and then other stuff too. It's like, listen, I'm sorry, tell them blue in the face. Battlefield 6. Battlefield
Oh
6.
man. Oh
Game
my
Pass.
God.
I don't care. It's just Battlefield 6 Game Pass. I know we're seeing it on the 9th. I know that's the reveal, but I'm telling you this right now. They will end. If you think Halo is like the big one, I'm telling you, Battlefield. Well, it's actually Battlefield. Spoilers. Battlefield 2042, the prequel to 2142, which I've been saying for fucking years in my friend group that
Mm-hmm.
they needed to do a 2142 remake, HD remaster, or whatever. And I'm getting it. I'm getting the prequel. I'm getting 2042. I'm so over the moon excited for this
What up,
fucking game
Fugly?
that I
Fugly in the house.
downloaded Battlefield 4 the other day because I just wanted to go and take tags again. And I was stealing chochas all fucking night last night. Okay, that's
When I saw, I mean, it's a leak, the title leak. If you guys don't know the title leak for Battlefield, which is 2042, which is a
yeah.
prequel. And when I saw that that the screenshots of it, and now they have the June 9th review, I believe it's Wednesday, they're gonna reveal that. Like we've been talking about this for a little bit now when it comes to Battlefield. We've been talking about how Battlefield we predict that that may be the title that they're gonna have to show on Wednesday to show off the whole game, but they're gonna be on stage with Microsoft Xbox on Sunday. And we've been predicting where it might be a moment where they're going to come out and say day one on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Go ahead and enjoy that. It's either going to be day one on Game Pass or Xbox is going to have some exclusivity on the beta. I see one of those two things happen, if not both. We
I don't
say
want to
this.
settle. I'll settle for the beta, but I'm still balls. I'm like,
Well,
I
yeah.
want it. I want it on Game Pass.
It's one of those things where it just makes sense, and it makes sense for that to happen.
Yeah.
With the relationship EA has with Microsoft or the Xbox and Phil, just that relationship with the whole EA Pass, and for years they've been doing this. They've been holding hands for years. It just makes sense that for Battlefield, the last Battlefield was what 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, two,
Well,
three. Yeah, 2, 3. Battlefield
Battlefield
5.
5, which was
Yeah.
WW2, is the setting of WW1. I'm sorry for World War One, the
Mm-hmm.
backdrop of that. That was the last time we got one, and we've been still getting Call of Duty. So this year coming out big is important to them,
Yeah.
just as important as Halo. EA or Battlefield is to EA. So
Yeah.
why not, join that together and say, well, you know what? How are we going to rock it out and put it in people's homes without any kind of wall? We're going to still sell it, but let's put it on Game Pass day one as well. So that way we have access to 20 plus million subscribers right off the bat.
Off the rip.
on the first comeback from Battlefield 5 2 years
Yep.
ago, and you're going up against Call of Duty. You're still going against that hasn't gone away. That rivalry still exists, right? So having those two go head to head, what's the best? What's a good advantage for them? Hey, let's put it on Game Pass. We're still going to sell it,
Yeah.
and those who want to buy it are still going to buy it.
I mean,
But
they're both third party games. They're both being by big time publishers, big time developers. Sledgehammer in the story between Sledgehammer Gaming, and I'll give Sledgehammer their flowers too, because it's not like they're a bad developer. But DICE, and how history, like that development team is and stuff like that. Honestly, when you look at it's David and it's I don't even know if it's David and Goliath. It's just two behemoths at
just
this point. It's two behemoths just like getting ready to fight it out, and we haven't had that in a couple of years. And I don't even think we had that with Battlefield 5. I think I think Battlefield 5 was, and I said this before and I'll say it again, Battlefield 5 was just more Battlefield 1 in the World War II setting, and I think a lot of people are done with that. And from a gamer's perspective, it's like, I think we're done with the World War II. I think, especially for Battlefield, I think let's take it into that whole future again, because they did it, but they did it on PC back 2142. So if this is to be believed, we're getting 2042. Yep. It is unbelievable. It is great. It's modern. It's post or a little bit, a couple of years after, because it's 20 years in the future.
2021. You're taking 20 years later, so it's
20 years
not,
later.
It's not far fetched to think that's something.
Yeah, modern guns, modern vehicles, just
drones,
that large scale battles, and that's not for everybody. But if you're a Battlefield fan and you like that type of shit, and you can get the smaller stuff. It's not like they don't have servers, but they don't have deathmatch.
Yeah. You can go on to Battlefield. You got your core. You get deathmatch.
Go to Battlefield 4 right now, and you can play 10v10. Like they have deathmatch server. They'll have servers for everybody. Whatever kind of cake you like, they have it. They have all the different flavors. They have it all. So I'm just super excited for it. I can't wait until Wednesday. And I'm going to be, ears just ready, eyes glued, and just waiting for just literally. I'm gonna fucking hear the music, and I'm gonna throw my fucking headset, and then I'm gonna just throw my stuff off the
stage. That's the stage I see. Like I envision a stage where obviously they're gonna. To me, the E3 stage is gonna be the hub of Halo. It's just Master Chief Hub. That's just how I envision this. The whole stage will be set up in Halo, decked out, because that's going to be it has to be the main focus, because it is launching this year. Yeah. Without a misstep, they have to do something like that. They'll open up the show once again with Halo, hoping that they acknowledge that I'll even throw in. Hopefully, they put a Craig in there. Just for shits and giggles. Hey, look at Craig. Remember Craig? And then just blow right into that trailer and show you what Craig looks like now after fucking steroids. You know what I mean? Like ray tracing and all that good stuff. Boom, bells and whistles. No more of the. We don't have tools no more. Show us full-fledged trailer.
Imagine if they tell you too, if the AMD fidelity is turned on too.
Oh shit! You gotta be kidding. Like,
I didn't even think about that.
We didn't think of that. So
I didn't even think about that. That's coming.
I'm thinking the stage will be decked out in Halo, right? It'll proceed with the show. I tweeted this earlier. I think within the show, you're gonna have like there's rumors where 2 IPs got bought by Xbox. I can only assume that one of those IPs. Let me hold on. Well, that one of those IPs could be probably Splinter Cell. I tweeted this earlier, right? And people like, Splinter Cell, are you crazy? Well, Ubi hasn't done shit with that IP in such a long time. Sam Fisher's everywhere.
Yeah,
he is every fucking where Ubisoft can put him into, and they're making money off of that character.
Yep.
However, why not? I don't know if you guys have gamed this long, but back in the original Xbox 360 or the original Xbox before that, Splinter Cell was a thing.
Yeah,
the marketing was literally his goggles, the three boom boom boom, the 3 green lights that come out of his goggles, night vision goggles.
Yep.
That was part of the Green Machine Xbox. That was a classic that I played back in those times. So it just makes sense to me. I go, whoa, they haven't done anything with it in a while. If Microsoft buys the IP, then it makes sense. Let them still develop it. But now we have that IP, and when it releases, it'll be Xbox only. Yeah. I just feel like that's one of those IPs that can be mentioned there. Again, this is all rumors, or not rumors. These are all speculations. Nothing. I don't know nothing about this, but just like I see that happen. It's one of the IPs that can happen. I don't know what the other one could be, but that one just makes more natural sense to me as far as Xbox goes with Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to me, But I do see the middle of the show talking about that. Starfield will be in the middle of the show, is what I'm thinking. Middle of the show, just to blow the lid off of that.
What do they close it out with? Maybe Battlefield. They open it with Halo, Starfield's in the middle because I'm wondering if they're really gonna just do like an Xbox segment and then they're just gonna have because they specifically are calling it the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, but that's just how big fucking Bethesda is. Like when you
Shout
think
out
about
to Lewis.
everything
What up,
else that
baby?
they have, you know what I'm saying. So it's like I wonder how they're actually going if they're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of Bethesda in every now and then and stuff. Like to your point, so like Starfield in the middle, or maybe that'll be the Bethesda segment. And then
The
tail
transition.
off the transition. Like
Yeah.
so, it's like we'll get all the good stuff on Xbox out the way that we could talk about.
Yeah.
Then we get the Bethesda stuff coming, Starfield, and anything else they want, Elder Scrolls, anything they want to talk about, whatever. We get it all in the middle, and then at the end, boom, Battlefield.
Look at Potion killing my buzz. Potion, stop killing my buzz. He
Wait,
said, I don't think they'll buy it because it's a Tom Clancy game. I don't care. They think they could buy Tom Clancy if they wanted to. But let's go with Fantasy World, please. I see.
I like living in fantasy world sometimes.
No, of course, Fantasy World is the best. So, Halo, right? Open. Two IPs in the middle. Starfield will probably be in the middle.
Yeah.
For me. And then ended with a battle with
by
the way, guys.
By the way,
lights go out.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna have a stage or not, but lights go out, and then you hear the doom 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 doom, and that's it. It's just heart attacks everywhere.
Yep.
And then if you listen really closely after the doom 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 doom, right in the middle of those things, you listen closely, you're gonna hear ponies dying. It's like in like doom, doom. Okay, that was my only rip shot right there. We're done. All right, so. But I do see that. I do see the show ending. I do see the show ending.
I'm still here. Oh, here, hold on a second. No. Go ahead. Take over.
No. Okay. So, reading the comments here, what do you guys think about what we've been talking about so far? But I do see you guys are excited about Scarlet Nexus. Elite, I played the demo on Scarlet Nexus, and I kind of feel what you're feeling about the whole Game Pass thing. Is why I haven't pre-ordered yet. I played the demo. I enjoyed the demo. It convinced me to that the game is good. I played it, loved it. I played it twice. I played the female and the male version, the characters in the game. I'm more. I think I'm gonna play more as a female character. She's gave me more out of the gameplay, but I do feel like the game will be a Game Pass kind of a game. It's weird to say that nowadays because ever since Game Pass has done the whole Outriders and then MLB the Show, and now a game comes out, you're like that could be Game Pass. So I'm thinking. I mean, Scarlet Nexus, we had that exclusive time demo, which is awful. I hate when companies do that. But nonetheless, we had a time exclusive Scarlet Nexus. I played it, and I'm thinking, does Microsoft have marketing to this? I think they do. They might have marketing partnership or rights to it, so they might be the one marketing it. I don't see it day one as a dropping day one, but I do see it going on Game Pass real soon. Like as far as once it launches, then it comes into Game Pass about a month or two later. That's what I see coming, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does drop day and date, on Game Pass. I mean, what haven't they done? I mean,
I was gonna say there's almost nothing that would surprise me when it comes to anything releasing on Game Pass at this point. Honestly, you can't take anything for granted, and basically anything is open. When you could have a game like MLB The Show, the first time the game ever comes over from PlayStation in however many years they've been developing it for PlayStation exclusive. Then now comes over. Oh, and by the way, Game Pass. Like, you know what I mean? It's there's nothing. That's why it's like I feel so strongly about the Battlefield Game Pass thing because you already see the play set up with EA Play. That in itself is huge. I mean, another speculation too, not to jump around, but it still kind of has to do with it. I saw some speculation online. It's probably bullshit. It's all speculation. But what about Uplay going to Game Pass Ultimate?
Before we get that, I got a couple people in the chat. I got a shout out. We'll get there.
No, go ahead.
All right, I got Techno Blast in the house. That's my boy right there. He's in the house. Yep. What's up? Thank you for the support. I have another person, Ari, in the house. We already know what he's doing. I know what he's doing. So I hope your day goes well, sir. I know it ended about 40 minutes ago, but now you can enjoy the rest of your day. So good job there. Let's see who else we got in the chat. Anybody else came in that I missed? I don't think I missed anybody else, but thank you guys for coming and supporting the channel. And then Matt says that, yes, they do have the marketing rights to Scarlet Nexus. Oh, all right, cool. I didn't know that. I mean, I kind of knew that, but I didn't know for real. And Matt's my guy. He's my go-to. He's going to always keep me on point with that kind of information. So I appreciate that, Matt. But go ahead. Logic, you were saying?
You play Game Pass Ultimate. I mean, that really, at that point, I mean, already with the EA Play being added to it, I mean, if I don't mention the word value, it's like just the value that's already inside of Game Pass Ultimate, but then to add the Uplay service
How much is
onto
Uplay?
that.
How much is
Right
Uplay?
now, still, I think it's like a $14.99
That's
thing, if I
only
remember
PC though, right?
correctly.
Only PC has that,
It's only PC.
right?
If they were managed, I mean, do you know the games that we're talking about? I mean, these aren't like pushover. Like I'm talking like Assassin's Creed. Like I'm talking like, you know what I mean? Like the actual games. I mean, me personally, like I'd love to play fucking Odyssey included in my game. Like what?
Love or hate the franchise. I mean,
Like
it's Assassin's Creed. All not does it have all of the Assassin's Creed on there that service, or
it
just
would be,
the
yeah.
latest?
It's literally all of the Assassin's Creeds.
So
But some of them don't play as well on PC. That was another thing about having the console versions over like PC, because a lot of those, the older ones, were more ports than like, oh hey, it also can be played on PC. Like Origins and Odyssey, they run very well on PC. Like a lot of the newer games run very well but this comes back to the conversation of the consoles becoming more like PCs in their own right. So when people are actually developing the fucking games for consoles, they run very good, if not great, on PCs, because it's basically the same ecosystem at this point now.
I can see it, man. I mean that's and I missed on this. Techno, I'm sorry, I missed on this. I'm gonna introduce Techno one more time, but I'm introducing a different voice because this is my guy. So what's up, guys? It's Techno, house in the house. Techno. Hopefully, you got a blast out of that because that's Techno blast. So I had to do that one time.
I was gonna say you said yesterday on the stream that when you introduced me, you were gonna do that. So
yeah, I know. So I had to do it. I remember. I was like, oh, I gotta do it. So hopefully he listened to that and he had a blast out of that. So
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was blanking. I'm sorry. Crew, Ghost Recon, Trials, Far Cry.
That's what's on the service.
But right now. That's what's on the service. But Watch Dogs, like, you know what I mean, like Assassin's Creed, like these aren't just pushover titles. These are mainstay third-party titles that now, if you could think that far and imagine a deal like that being made, it would just be insane. It would be actually insane. Do I believe it's going to happen? Probably not. But
probably not. But it just
probably not. But it's just one of those things. Did you think the EA thing was going to happen? Before the EA thing happened, did you have any clue? Did you have any clue or thought in the world that Microsoft would be like, oh, by the way, EA, hey, why don't you come
in the world we live in right now, where we always are dropping hints and rumors and stuff gets spoiled?
You didn't hear two fucking words.
We didn't get not a clue that this was coming to the Xbox Game Pass family of subscriptions, and it came. So anything can happen. Ubisoft joining Microsoft with the Game Pass thing, that's not far fetched, man. It's not a thing. And Potion, I understand that you probably won't buy another Ubisoft game. I'm probably in the same boat with you because the last couple of, at least for Assassin's Creed, the last couple of games with Assassin's Creed, as much as I put many hours into these things, I believe with Valhalla, I got almost 100 hours in that. I bought the DLC, have not touched it yet, and I'm at the point where I guess I've evolved as the gamer. I still game, but now game differently from when I used to game a few years ago to now. Now I find myself more playing AA games, indie titles, in and out. You know, give me a game that I'm gonna have fun for a few hours, and give me 10 to 15 hour gameplay of me just going in there and doing my thing and cleaning up on the achievement side of things. I'm out and I go to the next one. Especially now with Game Pass giving us so much backlog and all the FPS boosting and all that stuff.
Amen to that.
Just too much for me to play right now, for me to go and say I'm going to dedicate 100+ hours on one game. That is just not how I game anymore. And unfortunately, Assassin's Creed falls short of that. You know, they don't that threshold of 100 hours. Like, I don't think I can give that anymore to a game. I'm going to go back and finish Valhalla because I already dedicated my time to it. But going forward, I might not even. I'm hoping Ubisoft. You know, I heard they were going to do. They mentioned something about making games a little smaller, not so long, not so much. Because if you think about it, a lot of these side missions that just are filler missions. There's no need to put all that in there. But the world is beautiful. I enjoy it, screenshots and everything. But having Ubisoft on a Game Pass subscription, and you said it's $15 on its own, and adding that to it, that's another point on the value side of things. And I know we keep getting these jokes from everywhere where they keep talking about, oh, it's a rental subscription, rental this. Listen, give me the rental. I'll take it. Yeah. I'll take the rentals. Rentals from 3 different locations. I'll take it. I don't have to walk to a Blockbuster, Top King, and rental whatever it was that those rental shops back in the days. I don't have to actually walk there and burn gas. I got them in my home. 3 different subscriptions under one roof. Give it to me. I'll take it. I don't see anything
These are
wrong
the
with
same.
that.
These are the same people that used to have GameFly when it first fucking came out, and went to Blockbuster and rented their games because there was no shot when you were a kid. I know me when I was a kid, I wasn't buying games every other fucking weekend. I didn't have the means. Nobody. I wasn't like there was no shot. It doesn't matter how much allowance money I got and had to save up or whatever like that. Like, no, you weren't in a position. Or at least I wasn't in a position where I was able to buy games like that. So, my family, things like that, like, oh, here's this cool rental service thing where you pay every month and then you rent the fucking game. And when you were done with it, you got it sent back. Now, think about it. Even if you were to call Game Pass Ultimate a rental service, which it's way more than that, but even if you would just try to compare the two, you understand how much you're getting for that $15 a month. You're
not getting one game. You're getting over 200 games. I don't know how much where the math is at right now, but
you're getting
a lot of
live.
games.
You're getting live. You're getting live with it as well. That's another thing people don't realize. Like on Xbox, here's the thing: you have to pay for Xbox Live. You wanted the good service. This has been a service that's been established since 2005, and they've made it better and better every single year.
Look, we spoke about this. We spoke about this in yesterday's one of the podcasts from yesterday. I was in, and we spoke about this. It was just simple. When the whole life, first of all, if you're gaming on Xbox and you have a live subscription, not a Game Pass subscription, stop. You're doing it wrong. Why would you not want the rest of the stuff on that service? Yeah. Especially now since they made free to play on all the free to play games are now free. You don't have to. It's not behind a paywall. Yep. The apps like Netflix and Hulu and all that, if you have those in your box, that's not behind a paywall no more. You can go into those apps.
Yep.
Those party chat, it's no longer a paywall.
Have like silver and gold.
Silver and gold. Remember that?
Yeah. I remember those days. The silver account versus the gold account, where you could only send messages on the silver, but you couldn't fucking do anything else. And then you had to pay for the gold. But I mean, I got it back then. But they've conditioned. You're just conditioned at this point, but it's not like it's a bad service that they're providing. If the service was shit, they wouldn't have over 20 million subscribers.
Yeah, and I 100% agree with that. It's one of those things where it's like it's a preference. I get it. It may not have the exclusive we're used to, like the PlayStation side of things, where they have the God of War and the Horizons and the cute cartoon game that they showed off yesterday. Like, I get that. It doesn't have that.
Yeah,
it's coming. Those are coming. Yeah. It blows my mind to just sit here and go, fuck, in a couple of years we're gonna have like just nothing but exclusives on this thing. They're gonna have to like separate them and do little banners and say this is Bethesda games, this is third. They're gonna have to start doing that because right now it's okay to, I mean, right now they're getting away with it, but come in the future, 2 years from now, a year from now, whatever, that's gonna be a whole different look. You're gonna look at this differently. But yes,
Fugly, highlight Turpin's comment too after Fugly.
Definitely will. Fugly, I do multiplayer. I uninstalled Call of Duty Cold War, whatever, Black Ops. I played hundreds of hours on that. Like anybody can vouch for that. Play 100 hours on that. I spend microtransactions on it. I did all that. But the thing is, it has to be the right thing. If it's Halo, I guarantee you I'm putting 100+ hours in that game. If it's Battlefield,
easy.
I guarantee you easily I'm putting 100 hours in it. But those experiences are different. Right, but those experiences are different. That they're multiplayer. So you're going in there doing something different all the time. You have different people playing with you all the time. When it's a single player game like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I can't dedicate no more than that. It's just repetitive. It becomes to a point of like I've seen this world way too much, and then I see you guys tweeting some other great games, and I'm going, I'm missing out on that because I'm putting 100 hours on this Assassin's Creed game. I just can't do that. So yes, I will still put in 100 hours on the multiplayer side. I just won't do it for games like Call of Duty. I guess we hit that segment early. Fuck Call of Duty. That was we leave it there. Okay, Turpin, see what he's got. It's got Game Pass gives a lot of indie games good exposure that wouldn't normally catch someone's eye initially. Bingo, 100% agree. Bingo on that right there. That is exactly why I will always support Game Pass and always pay into Game Pass because they do. Support that indie development side of things in the double A's. They have a good like what I want to say, like they have a good track record right now when it comes to indie game developing and in double A with the whole indie. They even have a show for them, indie was ID showcase where they show off indie games.
Xbox at ID or Xbox ID.
Yeah, and they have a whole division and a whole thing for them where they have that support.
It was just a couple of weeks ago we literally were talking about it. Yeah, they show the different games on it and stuff like that. Like That's cool. A lot of those, and you have to see where those games come from. These are small teams we're talking about. Sometimes
20.
20 people. Sometimes it's a handful. Sometimes it's under 10. And you're getting games. Sometimes they're like diamond in the rough games too.
Oh,
That
what's
you're
that
finding,
game?
like
There's a game.
ID at Xbox. Thank you, Pero.
There's a game. Chad, help me out here. There's a game that the demo's on Game Pass. It's really good looking.
Who's the game Wikipedia? Somebody who's that guy?
I mean, Matt, help me out here. It's the game where oh my god, it's made by one developer, just one developer. We have we have like the prequel to it that's been out for years, but we had it on Xbox, and he's developing now the new one. Just yesterday they came out with news that it's gonna come out. Chat, you gotta help me here. Let's see if Chat can help me with this one. Oh man, you have a sword and a gun. It's a really good game.
Techno?
No.
No, Techno. He just called. Is it Tunic?
No, it's not Tunic. No,
Okay.
not Undertale. Oh my god, I'm failing here.
Bright Memory.
Yes, Bright Memory. There you go.
Elite.
Bright Memory. Thank you. Of course, man. Elite. Bright Memory, good stuff. So that game right there is being developed by one guy. Look, 100. Bright Memory. Oh, look at that. So
you see Turpin too. 3 people made Hollow Knight.
3 people made Hollow Knight. So these are the games that I've been playing lately. I've been playing these games and I'm having a blast with these games. But guess what? Xbox supports these things through the Game Pass app. And this thing about they don't pay no money, the devs don't make no money, that's bullshit. It's complete bullshit.
It's what we call.
Why would they keep on back?
It's what we call FUD: fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
FUD.
It's FUD.
That's why I always throw up there in my Twitter world. I always throw up there Game Pass supported devs. I always throw Game Pass supported devs because my $15 is going to the devs. Trust me, it's going there. They're getting their money. They're not broke. They're not starving. But the support is there when it comes to that. But I definitely see Ubisoft. We got off track here. I definitely see Ubisoft joining the ranks of Xbox. That could be a good thing there.
Maybe it doesn't happen. Maybe it doesn't happen this year, but maybe somewhere down the road because it's not on console right now. You can't get Uplay. It's only available for PC, for Windows PCs at that too. It's not even like a thing like Steam where you get on Mac or whatever. It's like Windows PCs. Uplay $15 a month, and they have a substantial library too of games. And it goes back. It is pretty substantial. I had it for a while too because sometimes it feels good to play some of those older, AC games and stuff like that, like back when they, those original ones, and their library, it gets a little, it's the nostalgic feeling of it, and then just knowing too that you have access to the newer games like the Watch Dogs and stuff like that, whatever, because sometimes it's cool to play games like that, but not everybody's about it. The Assassin's Creed, I definitely understand that. I didn't even touch Valhalla. From what everybody said, you played it, my brother played it, a lot of people played it. And
it's a great game. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right. It was good, but it wasn't just like their thing. Me personally, I almost felt like it's too. I still like me personally. Why I liked Odyssey so much. It was back to the whole ship thing. I'm in the water. I'm going around. It's got that whole mythology feeling.
I like Black Flag. Black Flag was my thing.
When they first introduced the water,
the pirate ships and all that, the water effects and all that, like
the naval combat.
Like they fleshed that out because it was on the last one before that. But they
remember the song for the trailer.
The Black Flag trailer.
Yeah,
I could get it. I don't.
It's called. I think it's called Full Circle because I have it.
Stuck in my yes. Okay,
literally stuck. I love that song. That song to this day, I still love that song.
See, Techno, yeah, it's a massive game. Techno, I mean, that game is massive. I got close to 100 hours in that game, and I'm still nowhere near ending it. It's a big game, and I plan on going on that. But moving on, I'm looking. I want to see Rainbow Six Quarantine, or what is it? The Rainbow Six Quarantine. They mentioned this a couple of years ago, if not last year. I want to see that.
This is not a Rainbow like traditional. Like
it's from the world of Siege. I guess they pulled it from Siege, and they dropped it into its own thing. Because I remember they came out with a mode a couple of years ago.
Remember the trailer from the remember that old school
Rainbow?
Listen.
Listen. It's one of those things.
What's her name? The actress that they had.
I promise you, I'll get there. I promise you, I'll get there. Like when they showed up a couple of years ago, Rainbow Six Siege had like a mode where it's like it has to do with like zombies and or the infected or whatever they call them now with the and I guess from that derived, it was so popular. It was a limited time mode, so popular, they never brought it back that they decided to flesh it out, make its own game out of it called Quarantine.
Okay.
But because of the whole quarantine thing happening and everything, they had to stop. Like they're gonna change the name and everything. What I'm afraid though is what you just brought up, because they showed us Rainbow Six Patriot, a
Thank you.
few years ago.
That I was hyped for that.
And
I was like, oh
I
wait, we're
was
getting.
so hyped for that game. The way, I mean, the hostage tape,
I
the way
need
the
tradition.
hostage,
I want a traditional Rainbow game like I played back on
like
my
Vegas.
what
Oh, you just want
even.
like
But I
you
no,
talking about
I'll take
before that?
Vegas too. I'm saying before that.
You talking about
I'm saying
before that? Okay.
give me the rainbows that were on
It was the
fucking
Black
PC.
Arrow. I think it was Broken Arrow. I think it was
Broken
called
out.
something like
Give
that.
me the
Yeah.
rainbows right that were on console that you got the console version of them, but give me the ones that were on PC where literally one shot and you died. There was no, sideways peek. I'm not clowning on Rainbow Six or anything like that. But literally when you would go up and you'd have to watch at the it was broken. I forget the actual because that was a DLC one that they
That was
had.
the Broken
That
Arrow
was
was
a DLC.
DLC.
Yeah. And then but they had like the rocket ship or whatever like that you were there like the launch site and
Took a
shit
turpin.
and you're up at the stairs. NES Rainbow. Oh my god.
He went back. He went so back.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I guess.
But no, Vegas added the lean. I think Vegas added the lean stuff to it, and then
Yeah,
somewhat, and
which
then
is, but that's so
carried over
cool.
to
But that's
Siege.
cool too. Yeah, but that whole mechanic, I mean, that's a multiplayer, but that's why it's like Siege right now. Like, I think that's a great game from a multiplayer perspective. That's amazing. But I would like a traditional Rainbow game as it stood before. Like, I think you could still have Rainbow Six Siege, but I think there's still so much that you could do in that series, like with that game, like add an actual like even co-op experience. Like with that, and like make it like a really fun game to actually play. And it doesn't have to actually have because you have a game. Good.
Shout out! I'm sorry, they coming in the room. Shout out
No,
to
it's good.
Regina, who's mentioning insurgent points and switching between players.
Yep.
And then we have Reborn, our boy out here. He shout out to Reborn, 0 Hour.
0 Hour.
There you go, 0 Hour, another one of our gaming circle buddies right there. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. It's more or less just where I was going with it. Like they have the multiplayer down pat with Rainbow Six, and that team is locked and honed on what they do. So it's like I think it's cool to still. I'd like that if you could take that brand and go back to like its roots, basically. Don't forget about Siege, but I think go back to like the roots would be pretty cool for like.
I'm with you on that one. I do want something more traditional to the Tom Clancy world. I was just so upset that when because they went hiatus once they showed us Patriot. It just went on some hiatus for a while. We never heard of it again for like another year or two. And then when they showed it again, it was Siege, and everybody's like, "What the heck is this? Like, what the fuck's this? It's not what we asked for." Because Pedro, when it showed us that, was hostage takeover. The wife was abducted from the home. Then they had the husband do some things to the terrorists because if they not, they'll kill the wife and the family.
I just remember the sniper on the bridge.
The sniper on the bridge.
Sniper on the bridge looking down at the car or something like that. That's all I could remember in my mind.
That was something. So I'm getting that vibe again now with Quarantine. I'm like, I hope that because Quarantine is good. And I'm going because it has a single player, I believe, and everything. So I'm going. I hope they don't screw this up, and I hope they don't change it and change the whole format of it like they did with Patriot. But that's one thing I'm looking forward to. Techno and Techno just hit it in the chat here. Crossfire. We haven't heard nothing from that in quite some time, which is the single player experience. I think the single player is being done by Remedy Games, I believe. It's a single player, but they have a multiplayer on that that we saw a little bit of last year, and it's going to be attached to I think the multiplayer is going to be free to play. Correct me if I'm wrong, Techno. Free to play on the Crossfire multiplayer side of things, but the single player will be the part you have to pay for. I believe. I'm not sure. There might be maybe another deal there with Game Pass, but Crossfire, the single player being made by Remedy, we forgot about that one. That hasn't been talked about in a while. Exo Mecha, that's another one that he's hitting everything I want to see.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring is another one, which, by the way, Microsoft, I believe, has partnership with that, the marketing rights to that game. So that might be shown off. By the way, Elden Ring, I think, was secured by Jeff Keighley. He'll be showing off that on Thursday. So
on the summer 10th, right?
Thursday.
Summer Fest,
Gaming Fest. Yeah, that's what it is. He has a few partners going up there and showing off some of the things. I think EA is one of them. So obviously EA will be on Wednesday showing off the gameplay review, and then Thursday, let's see, we're probably gonna get more news when it comes to the game, maybe even gameplay. Maybe they're gonna play it on stage.
That would be dope.
That'd be dope. But Exo Mecha's another one. The Gunk, that's another one. I want to see 12 minutes. Did you guys forget about 12 minutes? That's a game I want to see. I want to see 12 minutes. 12 minutes is over the top logic. Okay. I don't know if you ever saw it, but it's an over the top experience where like you're in a bedroom and somebody comes in.
I remember seeing that was at a sizzle reel. That real quick. Yes. I remember seeing the trailer for that. Yes,
it's called 12 Minutes, where we're supposed to get news on that coming up, but that's another game that I'm like, man, that's been like in the darkness for quite some time. So I want to see what that. I forgot who the actors are. They have actual real good actors for that. I don't know. I don't know which ones which ones are the ones, but there's some good acting, like actual actors on that game that I want to check out. But there's another one they're doing. Back for Blood.
Okay.
Back for Blood, which is made by the original people from Turtle Rock, the ones that made Left 4 Dead.
Yep.
They got back together. Now they're making Back for Blood. We're getting a whole showcase blowout of that. I believe your brother posted this on our chat.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a whole blowout on that on Sunday, I believe, in the afternoon around 5 or 6 o'clock. They're doing a whole show on just showing you what Back for Blood is, because that's about to come out soon. Excited about that, and I knew it was Willem Dafoe. I didn't just want to say it. See, the Gina has it right here. You go.
Yep.
By the way, the Gina is the gentleman I opened up in the show with, and I told you guys I have the link in the bio and description where I did my one-on-one, and he asked me some questions about who I am, different questions. This is the guy you want to follow right here. But yes, William Dafoe, James McAvoy, I can't say his name. McAvoy. Okay, McDonald's, got you. Daisy Williams, and providing the voice acting, looking great. So those are the ones that are on that game. It was showed like last year. And I want to see more. I want to see what that's about. Again, that's one of those indie games, double A, that I've been. I don't know. For some reason, I switch gears when it comes to gaming. The other day, I find myself because I had Call of Duty deleted, and I'm like, download some Call of Duty. I pressed A. The shit said 1%, and I said, nah, fuck it. I deleted it. That's the guy ain't doing that. I'm not gonna get.
You got a feeling, and you're like, hold on, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just download it, and then it's like as it's downloading, you're like, nah.
Because I keep watching it. You guys, who is it? Money still playing it. Reckless is still playing it.
So I saw it. So Angel. So who is it? Who is it?
Angel. It was last night.
Angel was on. Angel
Reborn.
Was on her time because she's in Japan, right?
Right.
So she's it's 10 in the morning. We're on a night. So Angel Reborn's playing it. And I think Money's playing it.
Money,
and then I'm like, what's going on? And so I joined the party real quick. It was like, oh, what up, Logic? I'm like, oh, what up? I was like, what are you doing? Are they playing Warzone, stuff like that? I'm like, all right, I'll go download it because I got the fucking space. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go download it. I'm downloading it. So it's like, I got a fast internet connection too, but it's not going to download as quick as like they're playing. By the time I was even done downloading
it. No. Even if you just choose to download just the MP file, that, it's still a huge file. Like, what the fuck?
And it's like, and I don't even I really didn't have an interest in playing it, to be honest, because I'm not, especially Warzone. Like I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather play Apex, personally.
All day.
I'd rather play Apex. I don't care if it's.
And that's not a good thing. That's not we're not it's not a compliment. It's not. Apex is good, but
Apex is good too. But like for the whole battle royale thing and stuff like that. But also too, I mean, I dumped stupid amount of hours on fucking PUBG. I was that person. Hello, PUBG on PC. I was stupid on PUBG. I mean, I have clips for days on my YouTube channel because I played the shit out of that. So I love me some BR, but not that BR. Like it was like good in the beginning, and then it's just like every SMG could fucking kill you. And
dude, watching.
It's a little bit better now, but I don't know, dude.
I was watching. You know what the Zen is? It's a little device that they sell that you can plug in and it mods.
Yeah. Well, no, basically the big thing behind that was that the Chronos.
Yeah,
the Chronos Zen 2. Yeah, the big thing behind that is that you could plug the controller in, put the profile on, and then you no longer get recoil. So it's like
no recoil.
You get like automatic fucking perfect aim.
But it's not just that. It also works for the aim assist.
Yeah, it works for the aim assist.
You can Uber it up. You can maximize aim assist where I'm looking here, my gun literally pulls me and goes, no, he's right over here.
He's over here.
It's crazy. I'm like, okay, but I was watching my son. He started playing some YouTube clips from me, some videos. He goes, look at this crazy new this little device. And I found out it was like a 3-month back order because the guy was doing the video.
Yeah.
He said this video was supposed to come out 3 months ago, but I was on back order for 3 months just to show you this. And he showed off this thing, and I'm going, yeah, I'm not going to go back to Warzone. Fuck this. Like he was just. I'm like, nah.
Especially with the time to kill in that fucking game that you could get burned so quick, and then you don't even have to. I wouldn't even call it a hacker because it's not. I mean, yeah, to a certain, it's some bitch shit, but it's like I don't know. It's not like straight up like you went on your computer, you downloaded hacks, and then you had to deal because you all know what the hacker lobbies are like. You know what I mean? Like you get in those hacker lobbies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It is some bullshit, but it's like, like you don't even have to have good aim at that point. You literally just have to have the metal recoil. You just have to have the metal weapon on.
There's no recoil. Like literally, like you aim and beam. That's it. Like that's what I was watching. And this guy, it was like a 12-minute video that my son was showing me. That's what I was watching. I was watching this guy beam people, and I'm going, no, I'm not getting. And this is my son trying to tell me to get back on Call of Duty. I'm like, no. I ain't doing that no more. That's that Call of Duty. I'll wait to see what they got next year or this year. And I'm not really even too thrilled about this year. Hearing about it's gonna be back to that World War II setting.
I need to see it. I
I'm
need to
good
see
with
what they
that.
do. Like I
Yeah,
said,
no.
unless they do something crazy with it, where it's like they give me
An
jetpacks.
alternate timeline, maybe.
Yeah, give me alternate timeline. Give me because you put zombies in fucking Black Ops, right? So just give me jetpacks in World War II. Let me run on cobblestones in fucking in Berlin and stuff like that. I'm down. Sign me up. That's it. That's the only way at that point. I mean,
Turpin.
I won't say the only way, only because like chess is a real man's sport. This is true.
It's true.
This is true.
No lies detected.
It's like one of the oldest games like ever created, and like mankind when you think about it, like
I'm more of a checkers kind of a guy.
Yeah.
King me. I'm just that guy. Sorry. I'm just Matt saying Bomberman R Online is also a battle royale. I think I talked to you about this yesterday. I was like, hey, I think Bomberman is free because Matt's been talking about it on Twitter. And I'm like, I think Bomberman's free somewhere. I checked it out and I downloaded it, so it's probably already downloaded. Like,
don't they have a Tetris BR? Wasn't that a thing at one point?
That was a thing.
Or is it I feel like, or was it Mario BR? I forget. Not Mario. I don't know. I feel like there was a BR.
I don't know, but I feel like we're getting like crazy. I don't know.
Because we were just on the BR topic, but
Tetris 99. There you go, Turpin.
Thank you.
That was it.
So Tetris 99.
I mean, battle royale can be anything.
But to close out the BR thing too, it's like, hey, Halo. That was the big thing too. They were saying Halo. BR.
You know what? Chat.
Yeah.
Because this is a hot topic with the whole Halo thing. Chat. Yeah. What do you guys think about Halo BR? I need to know this. What do you guys think about Halo BR? You guys, would it be a good addition or no? Like, I really want to know what you guys think about that, like that portion, because I'm either way. I think the more the better.
I want it, and I don't think it's going to fuck up the actual arena multiplayer experience.
Why would it?
I think it's literally, if they're doing it, I think they're doing it to the point. Yeah, no radar. See, that would be cool. Like, right, cool. It can't be right because there's just little things like that. Like, you can't, like, you could have a map, but you can't just have people just ping up. Like, you can't have the actual radar from Halo where it's like proximity.
Gotcha.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if they did some type of UAV type of scanner thing, that would be cool.
I don't get the energy that from the side that's saying no, don't add it because it takes away from it'll split the community and then the multiplayer people won't be playing it. Be less people in there. Like don't forget it's on Game Pass. It's free to play for everybody on Game Pass. Anyway,
right.
So it's gonna get that crowd. It's probably it's probably why they did that. They are probably gonna add a BR to it. They thought of that and said, you know what, let's put this on free to play so that it could be in more hands. But I don't see nothing wrong with getting more out of a game, more content out of a game. If you're gonna ask me to pay $60 for a game and it has different modes like that, single player, multiplayer, BR, I'm for it. Give me more. Give me a choice. I want a choice to say I want to play multiplayer. I'll probably stick to multiplayer anyways. But multiplayer, okay. Today I feel like playing a little bit of BR. Let me go in there and play a little bit of BR. Oh, you know what? I gotta hit the campaign a little bit. Let me get that. Like, I don't mind doing that. Or even what's that other thing where you create Forge?
Somebody just said it. Elite said it.
Oh, there you go. Forge, So you got your modes there. So I'm not sure. I see this on Twitter a lot where that discussion happens. It's a hot topic. So I really want to know what the chat thinks about that. Let's see. I'm looking at some of the comments here. Potion said, hey, why not? I don't mind that. Elite said, I'm sure someone will make it in Forge. Oh, I didn't think of that. Yeah. More BR battle rifle. Hey, I'm with you. Not that BR though. I'm talking about battle royale.
Good stuff. Bring back here, and we got to start the what is it? I'm figure out what I'm trying to say. The petition. Thank you. That was the word. I was having a moment.
For or against?
Yeah, for.
Yeah, for. Okay.
The BXR. We need to return BXR.
Oh, we need to bring that back. The BXR has to come back.
BXR has to come. Give me BXR again. So
you guys know a BXR, the whole boom,
so I could shit on Turpin one again.
Oh, that shots fired.
It's gonna be pissed. Ready? Watch. I'm
looking for it. There it is. Yes, please. Oh wait.
Yes. No. But wait. Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on. Wait. It's delayed. Wait.
He'll get it.
Wait for it. For the listeners who aren't watching.
I can't type out a story. Fucking Turpin.
Don't do it. Listen, you were used as a punchline in a joke. The joke's done.
Hey, we're past that. We're past that.
Over. Thank you.
It's over. Catch the replay. All right. Let's while the chat talks about that and see what kind of answers we get from that. I wanna now focus in the last piece we got going here. Next week's plans.
Yeah, man.
Next week's plans. If you guys don't know, we've been talking about this for a couple of shows now. We are going to do two shows. It's gonna be 2 shows next week.
It's gonna be a doubleheader.
We're gonna do a doubleheader. I know you guys love us enough to see us twice, but the first show is gonna be live. They're both gonna be live, but the first show is gonna be live. Maybe not. The second show might be recorded, but the first show will be live, which would be the E3 showing at 1 p.m., which is announced that Xbox will be on stage at 1 p.m. on a Sunday, which is the 13th of June. That is next Sunday. So our next Sunday show will be on earlier in the day. It will be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. This will be us streaming the E3 presentation, and you have live reaction from us. And forewarning, we'll probably have these. If you guys want us to mute our mic, we probably will, but we're gonna talk because we are gamers, and when we see something, then we go, "Oh my god!"
We're not gonna have full on conversations like throughout the whole thing. We might like have little squabbles back and forth while we're watching it, but we generally just we're gonna watch it. We're gonna have our reactions, like recording. It would be the same as if we just watch it and turn it on the camera and just recording ourselves, but we're just gonna do it live. I think we're still trying to get clarification on whether we could actually stream it or not. So that's the only thing. If not, what we're gonna try to do, and I think I could set this up, is try to sync like a timer, because like we're to do it live, so like people could like follow along, things like that. So or we'll keep people updated like where we're at in the stream and stuff, if people are following along with that. But we're definitely going to do that, and then at that point it'll end. Xbox coverage, it'll end. We'll take a little bit of a break, and then either at our regular time, because the conference is at 1 Eastern.
90 minutes at
right?
1, yeah. So 2:30.
So depending, so depending on how long that goes and stuff like that, we might take a little bit of a break. We never know. We might just fucking YOLO and
we might just be like, "Fuck it, let's go into it."
Fuck it, let's go into it. And then basically we're gonna do our actual reaction to what we then just saw. And hopefully we can get. I think Money said he's going to be there, so I don't know. I don't think it's just going to be me and you. I think it's going to be a few.
Oh no, not going to be just us for the live react, for not the live react, for the E3 part of it, live react as well. But we did speak about including you guys into the show. We want it to be more about you guys when it comes to this, because E3 is for everyone, not just for us. So we were thinking about bringing you guys, some of you guys into the show. Whoever's comfortable doing this, we can bring one at a time and have like a 5-10 minute spotlight where you have to talk all you want, and then we'll bring somebody else in. I want to give back to you guys because you guys literally have been supporting us from day one. Those in the chat knows this. You guys have been here every single week. Don't know why. We don't know fuck wants to share our voices or faces, but you guys are here on a religious basis. You guys are here, and I appreciate that. I would love for you guys to come up on stage on this video thing. Trust me, nobody here fucking bites. But to have you guys up here,
you don't have to do video. There's literally here.
You can turn off your camera. Yeah, you don't have to. Yep. You can turn off your camera.
It's that easy.
If
you want to just submit, like, obviously we're still going to read your chats and stuff. It's whatever you're comfortable with. Not everybody's comfortable with coming on, but just the fact that, you guys are in here every week anyway. So, just the more you involved you are with us too, I think the better the overall experience is going to be, because we're going to have a fuck ton of shit to talk about. I'm just so excited and just overwhelmed with that joy, just to be able to share that with you, Kills, and with everybody here. Like, I think it's just going to be like a really cool experience. We see it all the time. Like, big time people do it, big time media outlets do it and stuff like that. We're just getting started. I'm not trying to sound like fucking pompous or anything like that. I don't consider us to be the next Kind of Funny, or I don't think of that, but I look up to those people.
Maybe sort of funny, but not kind of.
Right, definitely. It's like, it's the ghetto funny, whatever the fuck you want to call it at that point. But like, I definitely look up to those streams, and like, honestly, like, if I wasn't streaming and doing this, I'd be watching their reactions and stuff like that, because I look for content and shit like that, and I'm still going to watch it afterwards. But now that we're doing this, I think it'll be cool, especially for our first time, like with the podcast, actually having that. And that's okay too. You can hate Greg Miller. That's fine. It's not everybody's cup of tea. That's perfectly fine too. You know what I mean? It's just whatever. Listen, I'm sure there's a lot of people
there we go. Everybody has a preference.
Everybody has a preference. That's perfectly fine. Whatever your cup of tea is.
It's okay. We just don't put you on the show, Techno. It's okay. You hate Greg Miller. We just won't put you up here. That's all we need to know. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, guest starring next week. He's actually not going to do Kind of Funny. He's actually going to come on podcast. He actually DM'd me. Yeah, Greg Miller said that he was actually going to come and do our podcast.
He's coming here, and this is
yeah.
Shit. Did you really commit to that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, he DM'd me, and what was I going to do? Tell him no? It's fucking Greg Miller.
But I want Techno on the show. I don't want Greg. I want him. I don't want.
Okay. Do I need to break out the fucking scales and like literally like just listen, Techno? I'm only fucking with you. I'm just saying. I mean, in the grand scheme of it all, like exposure and fucking.
I can expose with Tech. He exposes me. Oh shit, that's wrong words. Anyways, those are our plans for next week.
Don't. Yeah, see, that was. No, what do you mean? Just pause it.
We're gonna blow past
we're gonna go right over it. Yeah,
over it, under it, in the sheets and all that stuff. We're gonna go past that.
What the fuck did that come from in the sheets? What the fuck?
No, I'm just saying.
Bro, listen, you're getting funny. It's an hour and 15, and I don't know. Do you have anything else to talk about? Because you're getting weird now.
I'm getting weird. Okay, no, I just wanted to end it with a nice comedy, but no, that's gonna be it. Every Sunday, 5:00 p.m. We're here. Next week we are changing hours, so please set your reminders for that.
Yeah, it's 1 Eastern.
1 Eastern. I don't know what BST is.
10, 11. Well, it's 5 hours, so 6 BST. 5 hours ahead. Yeah, 6
5 hours ahead.
Yeah, 6 BST, 1 Eastern, counter 12, 10 Pacific. There you go. 10
Pacific. So please don't forget, adjust that time. We are going to have 2 shows double headers next week. I'll remind you guys for Twitter all week long. You guys probably going to hate me spamming Twitter.
Yeah, we're going to spam it. Just mute us.
Just mute us. We're going to spam it. And
Pyro thinks he's funny. That's cute, Pyro.
Matt. Anyway, hey guys, I love you guys in the chat. You guys bring the energy every single fucking week. Only on Sundays, like Techno says, this goes down. It is live. Me and Logic, we're brothers to the end. We bring this every day.
That might be a podcast name. Only on Sundays. I don't know.
Only on Sundays. That's a good name.
We'll think about it.
We'll think about it. All right, chat. We'll see you in the Twitter world. We'll see you in the gaming world. But like I always say every single week, what do I say every fucking week? I don't even know.
You want me to say it this week?
I don't even know what to say. Like, what do I usually say?
Are you in your old age? Are you forgetting what you actually say? Like,
I'm actually going to see now. Like, what's going on?
I'll say happy fucking gaming, everyone.
Happy fucking gaming.